Alright, so you always hear from people, oh, this one movie is the worst. Oh, you gotta watch it for how horrible it is. Well, I don't lie. I'm a truthful guy. Alright, I tell the truth. And when I say this is the most horrible yet most entertaining film I've ever seen, I'm not lying. So I'm going to tell you about this one movie that's very bad. And from its horrible ADR, from its all the actors that can't act for anything, and then from the really weird and terrible edits, this movie belongs to this show. Because, one, it's horrible. Two, I had a great time watching it for how bad it is, yet how entertaining it actually is. And just from its bizarre choices it makes. Yes, I'm talking about Miami Connection. I mean, seriously guys, I'm not even joking. Joking aside, this is the most enjoyable movie I've ever watched. Yes, it's bad and it's very horrible, yet you heard from people online say how bad this movie actually is. But then when you watch it, yeah, it's really bad, but you're stuck to the screen. You can't get away because of all the bizarre choices with this movie. Because also you're fascinated for how a producer financed this movie. Two, you're just amazed for why did they think this was a good idea? Thirdly, you're thinking, why am I having a good time watching Miami Connection? So it begins with a drug deal. Very normal, especially with its location being the forest. And then one of the main drug dealers is trying the cocaine that they just got offered, and he's eating the cocaine like it's a piece of candy. And then we get to the first of many random shit. Ninjas. Fuck yeah, ninjas. We all know they're supposed to be sneaky with their attacks, but Miami Connection was like, nah, let's have these ninjas ride on motorcycles. You know, the loudest automobile? Of course, it's Miami Connection. Their ninjas ride motorcycles. And somehow these dumb drug dealers don't hear the loud ass motorcycles that are driving towards them, and yes, the ninjas start to kill off all the drug dealers. And since this is such a low budget movie, yes, the kills are very cheap and hilarious. My favorite kill is from the main drug dealer. He's running away from the ninjas. A ninja catches up and literally slices open his head. It's not horrifying. I'm sure that's what they tried achieving. They failed because it's goddamn hilarious. And then we got this other kill where this guy can't comprehend his arm being chopped off.
Slow as hell!
So now we get to what we've been waiting for. The best band in the world. The best band in history. The Beatles? Hell no. The Bee Gees? Who? Nah. Dragon Sound. So next we're at a dance club, and it's where Dragon Sound is playing. And the only thing I can't understand is Dragon Sound doesn't make ordinary music. They make very family-friendly music. And music you really can't even dance to. Because how family-friendly it is. But then you see the audience cheer and dance like it's the greatest thing they've ever heard. So, oh shit. I guess they didn't have enough money for another take because Dragon Sound ain't playing their instruments. They're not. They're very much pretending to, and it's very obvious. They might as well just took the guitars away, the drums, and just airplay. Because it's so obvious that they're not playing the instruments at all. Again, I don't know if they didn't have enough money for another take, but it's so obvious and it's like, wow. I mean, I get it, you have no money, but you could at least took another take. Because while editing, whoever edited this movie had to realize, what the fuck? So there was a girl there was a girl singing with Dragon Sound, and her brother didn't like that at all, because the next day, when the Dragon Sound crew are going to community college, even if, I don't want to sound mean, but I am, and I don't care, the Asian dude looks like he's 50. Again, not trying to be mean, but he doesn't look like a college student. I get it, it's community college, any age, but this Asian guy's trying to play an 18-year-old going to college, and it's not working out. He looks like one of the bandmates' father trying to hang out with them, trying to be cool, like that Steve Buscemi meme. So the brother just doesn't like seeing his sister hanging out with one of the bandmates whose name is John. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that much. He doesn't like seeing his sister have friends. So he denies John's handshake. John is being very nice to him, wants a handshake. The brother slaps that hand and just out of nowhere punches John. And then this is when we get to the worst scene I've ever seen. I mean, it's not even funny. You can't even make fun of it because how lazy this scene is. So the Asian dude and the rest of the bandmates see this. They run up to protect John from this crazy brother and his crew. And then the Asian dude tries talking to him. Actually, the brother tries talking to the Asian dude, and then the Asian dude just talks over him. And then we get to the worst editing I've ever seen for a movie. Enjoy.
Misunderstanding.
Leave her alone.
You don't scare me at all.
Jane, I want to talk to you later.
Again, it's not even funny. It's just, wow, they're lazy. So then there's this Asian guy who's the ninja's leader, and he wants to get rid of Dragon Sound to control this area to sell more drugs. And all I'm thinking is, what the fuck did Dragon Sound do to these drug dealers? Because they play family-friendly music. What does that have to do with drugs? And how would they mess up your drug dealing? They're a band. I'm sure, like normal bands, one of the bandmates or the whole band would be like, hey, let's buy some drugs, because that's mostly what bands do, is sniff cocaine, smoke weed and shit. So wouldn't they be your greatest customers? Again, what did Dragon Sound do to these people? I don't understand. So here's another cheap, lazy scene where Dragon Sound go to this restaurant, and I guess they couldn't afford food props, because usually for a movie or show, for the shot of the food, they'll have a food props, but then the actors will eat real food, but between takes, they'll spit it out. But for Dragon Sound, they never show them eating. And also, this scene is pointless because there's no dialogue. They're just eating. It doesn't add anything to the story. They're just eating. It's a pointless scene that adds nothing. You see what I'm getting at? Where this movie is just bizarre. So then, the next scene, Dragon Sound plays at that dance club, and it's very annoying, and I'm sure it's annoying to others because they perform the whole song. This song is a few minutes long, by the way, and usually for a musical biopic or just a movie based on music and playing songs, they'll play half of that song, not the whole thing, because it's called good editing, because we don't want to see them perform the whole song. Again, I wouldn't mind if it was good music, but it's Dragon Sound. So the next scene, Dragon Sound is driving, and they get stopped by this old band that was fired, and Dragon Sound replaced them. And this old band is with, or this fired band is with their very violent friends. And again, all I'm thinking is, this old band that was fired must have played like shit if they were replaced by Dragon Sound, who plays family-friendly music. It's not Dragon Sound's fault, but anyway, the main band member from this fired band goes to Dragon Sound's car and pours liquid on him, even if John bends over to get closer to the cup. By the way, again, do they not have other takes? Was this movie just one take? Because I wouldn't be shocked, because this movie's very cheap, it's very low budget, and they're lazy. I'm sorry, they are. Because they could have, for this movie to be slightly better, it would still be bizarre, and the writing would still be bad, but at least it would be decent. Is if they had multiple takes than just doing one. I could tell they did one take and they moved on. Because why would John bend over to get poured by that liquid? Because if they were trying to make a good scene, they would have that fired band member, just extend over and pour it all over them. This is Miami Connection, though. So then Dragon Sound gets fucking sick of it, and they start kicking the violent friends' asses. Yes, Dragon Sound knows martial arts very well. Even if the violent friends just allow them to be beaten up. But anyway, the next scene at Dragon Sound's house, Jim gets a letter, and this is when we get the Oscar-winning acting from Jim. Oh my god. And can I say Jim's a little bitch? Because one of the bandmates from Dragon Sound takes his letter, and goddamn Jim screams like a whiner. I mean, he frickin' whines to get his letter back. Again, these are college students. Just take the paper back from that bandmate. You pussy.
Give me the letter.
Secret.
Give me the letter. Give me the letter.
Anyway, after that Oscar-winning monologue from Jim, we get another bizarre dialogue where the Asian dude's like, "We're all orphans." Again, am I missing something? Was something cut out from this movie because they're orphans now? But the thing, why this is actually the most famous scene from this shitty film is because Jim's monologue. You see, he goes and he talks about his father and how his father was a part of the Vietnam War. He met this Korean girl who was his mother. I don't want to sound racist, but I don't think Jim has a Korean mother. Jim doesn't look Korean. Am I being offensive or not? I'm not trying to be, but Jim doesn't look at all half Korean. Anyway, he's speaking, he's monologuing, But then he cries right away. So then when he stops talking for a second, you think it's over. But then he cries again and he goes on and on and on.
My mother was Korean, and my father was Black American. I was only 9 years old.
So next, Dragon Sound go to the beach, and they're just trying to have a fun time. But again, it's another pointless scene because it adds nothing to the story. There's no dialogue, and literally, Tom, one of Dragon Sound's bandmate with the mustache, just thinks it's funny to harass women, and he literally assaults women by falling on their boobs. And again, this movie's so bizarre because these women look mad, as they should, because Tom's a major creep, but they tackle him, and then they just start smiling and laughing like they have goddamn bipolar disorder. What the hell? So then we get to this training scene, and I totally understand the filmmakers want to show and convince the audience that Dragon Sound is really good at martial arts, but this scene is so awkward. One, it's way too long, the scene. Two, why did the Asian dude have to shove his fist in Jack's mouth? Thirdly, how is this not a gay porn? Fired band goes to Jeff, who's the brother of the sister who is dating John, and they ask Jeff to kill Dragon Sound. Again, all I'm thinking is, you must have been really bad at your job that you were fired and replaced by Dragon Sound. Why are you mad at them? If you wanted to get hired back or hired somewhere different, why doesn't this fired band just practice more? Get better. That would be the normal thing than hiring someone to kill who you're mad at. Am I the crazy one? Like, so Jeff and his crew try to kill Dragon Sound, but Dragon Sound takes them out so easily. And again, the fight scenes aren't bad. They're actually pretty damn good with the fight scenes. But again, since this is Miami Connection, there's bizarre moments. Like the guy who is trying to attack John just stands there while this guy just dances. It's so random and bizarre and pointless. You're like, what am I watching? But I guess that didn't work because the dancing guy got kicked in the face. So finally, something happens. And it's when Dragon Sound leaves to go to a restaurant. Tom has to go to his car, and Jeff's crew kidnaps Tom, the creep. Good, Tom was a creep. But again, Jeff and his gang are really bad at being a gang. Because what do they do while Tom is tied up? They just drink and chat. They do know Dragon Sound, who knows martial arts very well, is going after them. Nah, they don't care. They just drink and get drunk and dance and chat. How are they a gang? So, remember how Dragon Sound is a family-friendly band who knows martial arts? Well, this movie takes a twist because Dragon Sound is like, fuck it, and they just start killing off Jeff's men brutally. And then the Asian dude kills Jeff. And you think the sister would have grief, be a little bit sad? No. She just moves on. So, I guess the ninja's leader must have been close to Jeff because he vows to kill Dragon Sound. Again, Am I missing something? What did I miss? Because how did Jeff and this leader have a connection? So Jim goes and gets the mail with his pre-shower look. I mean, Jim really zip up the barn door. Anyway, Jim gets a letter from his father. He's very excited, and Dragonstown is proud of him and happy for him that they lift him up with slow-mo. You know how I feel about slow-mo. It's pointless. Anyway, they're so happy for him that they buy Jim a suit to meet his father. But those gosh damn ninjas had to ruin the party because they attacked them in the middle of the jungle. It looks like a jungle, but it's somewhere at a park, clearly. And Jim gets sliced by one of the ninjas. Oh no, Jim. But they bring Jim to the hospital, even if the hospital sign looks like a restaurant menu. Anyway, they're at the waiting room, Dragonstown, with Jim's father, who's clearly a young actor with white powder. I mean, again, do they not have enough money to actually get an actor that's at least in his 50s or even 40s? Then getting a young actor and just putting white powder in his hair? Whatever, Jim is safe. I guess, getting sliced open, you can survive that very easily. And they walk with Jim, who's in a wheelchair. They walk out and freeze frame. And then they have the balls to have this message of, if we get rid of violence, there would be world peace. That's a great message. But you, Dragonstown, Miami Connection, you guys are fucking hypocrites, because this whole movie, Dragonstown, were crazy murderers. They killed their enemies. The balls on them to have that message. But guys, that was Miami Connection. A very horrible movie, yes. But damn was it entertaining, and I was stuck to the screen the whole time watching it. You guys, I recommend Miami Connection. It's free on YouTube. Even if the one I watched wasn't so violent because they cut out the violent scenes. But it's out there for free if you want to see the uncensored. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am back. Again, you're going to see, like I said in my last video a month ago, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I'm going to try getting more videos out now, but I've got a daytime job, so there's going to be less videos, but I'm going to try getting out as many videos as I can. And I hope you guys are ready for that, because you guys are awesome. And I just hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed writing it and rewatching Miami Connection and filming this. So if you liked this video, give it a like, share, and of course hit that subscribe button. I mean, why wouldn't you? You guys are awesome. Peace.